Alright, Shalom. We're the Hebrew Israelites. My name is Ahmad. The brother to my left, my right is Matazah. And we're in this near 2 camp in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone that taught us what we know. And Shalom to the brothers that's putting on as the elect of the Most High, going out and doing their due diligence to the best of their ability to for the dispensation of the word Yahawah Shem Yahawashi and keeping their garments. Shalom. And without further ado, we're gonna get into the scriptures. And basically, as always, we're out here for the nation of Israel, which consists of the tribe of Judah on down to Issachar, which are the people of so-called African American, Latino, and Native American descent. Or so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American descent. Alright, so Jeremiah 33. I'll see
Jeremiah 33. I got you already. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 33, starting at verse 3. Right. Call unto me, and I will answer thee.
Yeah, and calling unto who? We call unto the name of Yahawah, which in the Hebrew is means he is, be, and exists. And then his son Yahawashi, which is our mediator, which the world inly calls Jesus Christ, which is a so-called black man, according to the scriptures.
How are puppies?
Shew thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not.
Yeah, so if we call upon the name of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi, he's going to open up our eyes and reveal to us these secrets that have been hidden to these people on this sign, which are their true identities. He's going to open our minds, our lob, to the laws, to the statutes, to the commandments that were given to the nation of Israel to keep them. And he's going to open our eyes that we're the peculiar people that he was talking about.
Right. I ain't seen them in a while, man. Last time I seen them was 4 years ago. Alright. So this is Jeremiah once again. We're in Jeremiah chapter 33, starting at verse 3. Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and shew thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not.
Yeah, and like one of the things we always talk about is prophecies. A lot of our people, they don't, think about the prophecies that are coming to pass right now. Like we talk about, our deliverance by the chariots, and we talk about the martial law and those things that are coming. In order for the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans to receive salvation, this has to come first. The destruction of Babylon, which is America, according to the scriptures.
Verse 4. For thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, concerning the houses of this city, and concerning the houses of the kings of Judah, which are thrown down by the mounts and by the sword. Right. Read that again. This is Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 4. But thus said the Lord. Now this word Lord here is in all caps, so it's talking about the Most High Father, the Ancient of Days. All right, Yahawah, He to be, or He exists. But thus said the Lord, the God of Israel, showing you that the scriptures, according to the scriptures, the Lord is only dealing with the nation of Israel. He's not dealing with nobody else. Concerning the houses of this city, and concerning the houses of the kings of Judah, which are thrown down by the mounts and by the sword. All right, talking about Israel. Okay, that's right. Verse 5. They come to fight with the Chaldeans. Now, another word for Chaldeans, right? When you break it down, without complicating things, talking about the so-called white man today, Esau. Those are the Chaldeans, all right? All right?
Oh yeah, we do. Maybe we
Oh, okay, yeah. They come to fight with the Chaldeans, and once again, the Chaldeans, so-called white man today, the Edomites, okay, because that Chaldea basically was a high concentration of so-called white people, all right, and Chaldea is a Babylonian city. But it is to fill them. Continue in verse 5, Salakia.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna start from the top. Verse 5. They come to fight with the Chaldeans, but it is to fill them with the dead bodies of men. All right? Meaning to destroy. And there's nobody here. That's the truth. The lights are out. There's absolutely nothing going on inside. See that? That's whom I have slain in my anger and in my fury, and for all whose wickedness I have hid my face from this city. All right. So without overcomplicating things, the Most High is saying that this place is going to be destroyed. All right. This place is going to be destroyed for the wickedness, man. The scriptures say that this place is wickedness. The Lord has smelt the wickedness from heaven. All right. And he's coming to bring this place to destruction. All right. Did you want to
It's Psalms chapter 40 verse 4. It said, I waited patiently for the Lord, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. So that's one of the things, you know what I mean, that we got to do in this truth is we got to be patient, waiting for deliverance of the Most High. Like a lot of our people, you know what I mean, they lose patience, they sell out, they just, they become assimilationists, like I always say. We got to be patient. We got to be patient in tribulation, you know what I mean, when bad, negative things happen to us, like it says in Sirach, the 2nd chapter, you know what I mean, we know these things are going to happen, so we rejoice in them. It says, I waited patiently for Yahawah, and he inclined unto me and heard my cry. And you gotta pray, you know what I mean, you gotta ask the Most High to give you strength to get by. You know what I mean? Then he's gonna hear you. It said he brought me up also out of an horrible pit, out of the miry clay, and set my feet upon a rock and established my goings. You know what I mean? Because there was a time when, we was in the world, we didn't keep following the laws. We know who we were. And we were in this symbolic pit that it's talking about. But then the Most High established us on a stable ground, which is this word, you know what I mean? And got us out here, doing what the Most High called us to do. And it's verse 3. It said, and he put a new song in my mouth, even praise unto our power. Many shall see it and fear and shall trust in the Lord. So he put a new song in our mouth, which is this gospel, which is his word. Like the scriptures say, and they sung as it was a new song. And that's talking about the word of Yahawashi and Yahawashi, the gospel, the good news. And it said, even praise unto our power, many shall see it and fear and shall trust in the Lord.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? Only the elect is going to see it for what it is and come back to the Most High and trust in Yahawah. This is Psalms chapter 40 verse 4. It said, blessed is the man that maketh Yahawah his trust and respecteth not the proud, nor such as turn aside to lies. So, you know what I mean? The Most High, blessed is the man that maketh Yahawah his trust. So not everybody's going to trust in Yahawah by saying God. But only a few, a minute minority, will show the elect. And respecteth not the proud, because our people respect the proud. They look at, Esau, they look at the other nations like they're like gods on earth or whatever. They don't, which they shouldn't, you know what I mean? Because they're going to have an end. Then, this is Psalms chapter 40, verse 13. It said, be pleased, O Lord, to deliver me, O Lord, make haste to help me. And the Most High, Yahawashi, is going to deliver the elect. It said, verse 14, let them be ashamed and confounded together that seek after my soul to destroy it. So it says,
740, the bakery should be next door.
When you're ready too, to go along with that. Go ahead.
let them be ashamed and confounded together that seek after my soul to destroy it. Let them be driven backwards and put to shame and wish me evil. And the Most High is gonna confound the wicked. He's gonna confound Esau for coming against his people.
That's right.
And he's gonna destroy them from off the face of the earth.
And if you don't believe, if you don't believe that, well, this is the book of Amos, the 2nd chapter. The word says it right here. This is Amos chapter 2, starting at verse 1. Thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, the Ancient of Days, all right, for 3 transgressions of Moab, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he burned the bones of the king of Edom into lime. Verse 2, but I will send a fire upon Moab, and it shall devour the places of Kerithroth, and Moab shall die with tumult, with shouting, and with the sound of a trumpet. All right? And this is just talking about Moab, man. The so-called Chinese. This is back in the ancient That's how they is. Well, you gotta go there. This was during the time of that was during that Great War, right? And where wicked ass Esau was getting by the king of Moab. All right. The Lord said He will destroy them.
It seems like a lot of them, they don't have ghost hunters anymore.
Because the thing about that was, it was all about, like the brother said, that was a thing of prophecy that had to come to pass. Okay. And I will send a fire upon Moab, and it shall devour the places of Kiriath, and Moab shall die with tumult, with shouting, and with the sound of a trumpet. Verse 3, and I will cut off the judge from the midst thereof, and will slay all the princes thereof with him, saith the Lord. So there you go. Alright? And Esau is about to see a similar fate. And it's going to be a thermonuclear structure, a thermonuclear judgment. Alright? On this place called America. The Lord's going to burn this place up. The book of Revelation say this world here, this earth, this principality is reserved unto fire. Okay? So prepare yourself for that fire.
It's like fall asleep and be like dead.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. It said, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
The Lord talking to the nation of Israel. Read that again.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10.
Here we go.
Fear thou not, for I am with thee. But be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
See, that's the difference between us and you other nations. We're backed by the Most High. Alright? The Lord said He is with us. Read that one more time.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10.
Okay?
It said, fear thou not, for I am with thee.
For I am with thee. The Lord said this, okay? The Ancient of Days Himself. Continue that.
It said, be not dismayed, for I am thy power.
Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. Okay? Showing you what? Now when it's all said and done, the Lord is only for His people. Okay? A lot of people talk about racism and don't even truly understand what it is to be racist. The Lord is racist. Read that one more time.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 10. Fear thou not, for I am with thee. Be not dismayed, for I am thy power. I will strengthen thee. Yea, I will help thee. Yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness.
That's it. Okay? So that's the Lord being racist right there. He said He is our power. None of you other nations are lumped in with that. This is only talking about the nation of Israel. So we're backed by the Most High, Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi. Alright? The angels, when the Lord sent the angels to minister unto His people, He's sending them angels to minister unto his people, not all these other nations on the face of the earth. All you other nations basically are just stubble. You're getting ready to be reduced to stubble. All right? That's why a lot of you, that's why you're all so damn emotional. Anytime it comes to the so-called black man, you see you nations are in your power. What do you do to us? All right? You keep us on the bottom. You kill us off. You divide us. You divide us up. You put all kind of wicked decrees and wicked laws upon us. All right? You will oppress us. And then you will oppress us without fail. It's in your hearts to hate us. All right? Because we got the Most High on our side and y'all don't.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 11. Behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish.
Exactly. They shall perish. And you know what? What's funny? It's funny that you read that. Can you read that one more time?
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 11.
Yep.
It said, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed and confounded. They shall be as nothing, and they that strive with thee shall perish.
They shall perish. All right. Again, like I said, all the whole point of your agenda is to keep us down and then ultimately try to destroy us. But I got news for you, other nations, man. You're not going to do away with the children of Israel. You're not going to do away with the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right. Our punishment is only for a time, and that time getting ready to be up. Read that one more time.
This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 11.
Okay.
It said, behold, all they that were incensed against thee shall be ashamed.
All those that were incensed against us shall be ashamed. Why? Because, you basically thought that you had us in the palm of your hand. You thought y'all was going, hey, like the scriptures say, they believe in their hearts that their houses shall remain forever. You think that this is going to continue on and there will be no end to it. All right? But you're about to learn the hard way, but that's not the case. Continue.
It says, verse 12, thou shalt seek them and shalt not find them, even them that contended with thee. They that war against thee shall be as nothing, and as a thing of naught. That's a thing of naught. You legitimately have to try to from you.
Right? And it's going to be by the most unlikely of people. The same ones that you oppress and beat down every day. As the scripture said, we will take them captives who captive they were. Alright? So not just you so-called white people, but all you other nations that had us in derision. You're gonna learn who the Most High is really dealing with. And you're gonna be ashamed because you thought it was gonna go on forever. You thought Israel was never gonna see no justice. You're gonna learn the hard way. Go ahead, bro.
It said, verse 13, it says, for I, the Lord power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee.
There you go. All right. Talking to the nation of Israel. He will hold our right hand. Read that again. That was beautiful.
This is Isaiah 41 and 13. For I, the Lord power, will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, fear not, I will help thee.
Fear not, I will help thee. Okay, that's the good news. That's the gospel. The Lord is going to bring us out of this state of living, and then He's going to bring us into something better. It's going to be ours. All right. And you nations that are on the face of this earth, guess what? You're going to build it. You're going to build it up. All right.
This is Isaiah 41 and 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
Go ahead, read that one more time. Read that again.
It says, this is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 14.
Yep.
Fear not, thou worm Jacob.
Fear not, thou worm Jacob. Right now we're on the bottom. All right? And we're as worms indeed. Continue that.
And this, I just want to make a point. Jacob is talking about the progenitor of the 12 tribes of Israel. For those that don't know, that's the father of Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Gad,
Asher.
I'm sorry, Asher, Gad, Asher, Naphtali, Issachar, Reuben, and you know Dan and so, oh no, I mean Dan and Joseph. But you know in Revelations, the tribes that are on the sign, Ephraim and Manasseh, Joseph's sons, that's the that makes up the 12 tribes of Israel. Just, you know, for your information. So this is Isaiah 41:14. Fear not the worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith the Lord, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel.
And thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Notice Edom is not in there. Notice Moab is not in there. Alright? Notice Gog and Magog are not in there. Notice Tarshish are not in there. None of you other nations are in there. The Lord is only for his people. Alright? As it is written, is there wickedness with the Most High? No. Alright? He is for his people.
This is Isaiah chapter 42 verse 1. It says, behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect, whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. It said, behold my servant whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. So it says, behold my servant. That's talking about the nation of Israel. It said, whom I uphold, mine elect. And the word elect means basically chosen, because the Most High is going to choose his elect. It said, in whom my soul delighteth, I have put my spirit upon him. He shall bring forth judgment to the Gentiles. And you know, the Most High, like in Isaiah 61:1, it's talking about Yahawashi, the prophecy about Yahawashi, because Yahawashi, who the world inly called Jesus Christ, he was going to bring forth judgment to our people. And you know, you got a lot of our people, you know, they're scattered abroad. That was one of the curses, that they were going to be scattered abroad. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 6. It said, I, Yahawah, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thine hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles.
Oh, read that one more time, actually.
This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 6. It said, I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness.
I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness. See, we didn't come of our own hearts. The Lord called us unto this. The scriptures talk about us having an unction. Okay? What does that word unction mean? A calling. Continue that.
It says, I, the Lord, have called thee in righteousness, and will hold thy hand, and will keep thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles.
For a light of the Gentiles, all right? And that word Gentiles there is talking about the Israelites, like his brother said, that was scattered abroad. Okay? Real quick, I got a precept in the book of Joel. This is Joel chapter 2, starting at verse 1. And then you can continue back with that. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. All right? And that alarm is this word. Okay? These scriptures. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. And the day of the Lord is not going to be a happy day, as most of you think. The day of the Lord is going to be darkness and destruction. A lot of people are going to be cut off on this earth. All right? Believe it or not. But the point was made, all right? We were called to blow the trumpet, to give warning. And that's what we're doing. We'll go ahead and get that back there.
This is Isaiah 42:7.
All right.
It says, to open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the prison, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison houses. So you know, that's one thing, characteristic that Yahawashi is gonna do, is he's gonna open the eyes that were blinded. You know what I mean? And through the word, you know what I mean, our eyes was opened up. You know what I mean? We didn't know we were the Israelites, like I keep saying. We didn't know who our power was. We didn't know the dietary laws. We didn't know how we were supposed to conduct ourselves as true men. You know what I mean? We were going about conducting ourselves as men as far as the society goes, but now we know what, you know what I mean, real men are, you know, basically commissioned by the Most High to do.
Yeah, real men serve the Lord without overcomplicating things. Hey, what does the scripture say? The scriptures say that the flock of the Lord's pasture are men, okay? And this is especially true now. We're not here to be anybody's footstool for real. We're in this condition because we pissed off the Most High. But like the brother said, according to the ways of this world, we were told that being real men mean get a job, be a servant to the state, be a servant to your woman, all right? Be a servant to your be a servant basically to the world. You got guys out there in the land of sports and the land of entertainment. They believe that that's really where 100% their talent is, okay? But that ain't the case. Real men serve the Lord, not the world. All right?
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. It said, but this is a people robbed and spoiled.
But read that again.
This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22.
Right.
It said, for this is a people robbed and spoiled.
For this is a people robbed and spoiled. For the most part, robbed of our heritage, of our culture. You got these bastards in Israel calling themselves Israelis, saying that they're the people of the book, when clearly they're not. Okay? Hell. The hell that they put on our people, after they done put us on these cargo slave ships and whatnot, brought us here, this is what they did to us. This is the dirt that they did. We are a people robbed and spoiled. First and foremost of our culture, then of our dignity. Look at this. A lot of us were being butchered indiscriminately for you know what I mean? Hung, burnt up, having all these charges put against us. And for what? Okay? Really, once again, it was to fulfill prophecy. But you Edomites went way too damn far. Way too far. And you still continue to conspire to cut us off as a people. It's not going to happen. Okay? Continue that scripture. Hold on, let me hold that something. I got you. Go ahead and put this away. You can go ahead. I'm going to hold this away. Go ahead, continue with that.
This is Isaiah 22 and Slaki. This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22. But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes. They are hid in prison houses.
Yep.
They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith restored.
And none saith restored. Again, every single agenda that's out here that's being put together is to keep us as a people down. And why do you think? It's because we are basically the representation of the Lord. We are the Lord's glory and honor. Okay? The so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American is the honor of the Most High. We are the glory of the Lord. That's why we always get our asses kicked, man. Really and truly. Read that again, bro.
This is Isaiah chapter 42, verse 22.
Yep.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes.
Yep.
They are hid in prison houses.
Where there are all of them snared in holes and they're hid in prison houses. The words, when you look up the word system, right, it means a pit. And that's what this is. It's a pit. All right? And like the brother just read, we are stored in prison houses, man. Jake can't go anywhere without being harassed by the police and ultimately charged and convicted with some bullshit and then spend time in prison. All right? A lot of us, Jakes, me, are given life sentences, man. I could give plenty of examples, but then I'd be here all night. Continue that out here.
This is verse 23.
Right.
It said, who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? Yeah, and that's the Most High basically asking a rhetorical question. It says, who among you will give ear to this? Because we already know, you know what I mean, the majority of our people, you know what I mean, they're not trying to hear the word of the Most High. They just walk by, they just, you know what I mean, hear the word, it goes in one ear out the other, if that.
Right.
Yeah. If it even penetrates Jake's thick skull. It says, who will hearken and hear for the time to come? So, you know what I mean? Most of our people, they're not going to hear, they're not going to actually implement what the scriptures say and get themselves in order for the last days. So it says, who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to robbers? The Most High did. That's another rhetorical question, because the Most High gave the power right now, the dominion to Esau. That's why he was able to do these things that's on the sign. That's why he was able to, you know what I mean, lynch our people. He was able to burn us, have picnics or whatever, which goes back to picnic, when they would pick a black person and lynch him. He was able to, you know what I mean, intimidate us. He was able to, like, there's a picture of Emmett Till or whatever, they beat him like that, killed him or whatever, got off with it. They were able to bring us over here on cargo slave ships, sell us. They were able to humiliate us, make us wear chains and shackles and things like that. Like this is, I forget what this is called, the thing right here. It was on the book of Eli, which they used for the slaves so that they would identify them. Just like how you got dogs or cats, they got bells and rings so you know where they're at and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're called yokes.
Yoke of iron.
The yoke of iron upon our necks, exactly.
Did that happen to the so-called Jewish people or whatever?
Right.
In Deuteronomy the 20th chapter?
All right. Here you go.
You know what I mean? They marched us or whatever from West Africa or whatever to the slave ships, sold us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Our women intimidated us or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they put our women over us. Shit, they had the power to do that. Hell, the Most High basically gave Esau the power to turn all things upside down. Period. Yeah. The Willie Lynch letter, okay, which basically is a guide to all those plantations to divide and conquer. All right.